The crowd has been waiting for this one for a very long time. We're at Brooklyn Hall. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence "Bud" Crawford. And he weighed in at an even 61 kilos. He is 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. He'll be facing Arturo "Thunder" Gatti. And here he is, Bud, Terrence Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. The incomparable Arturo Gatti. He's never backed down from anybody. The king of all blood and...
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Catch and shoot. Fantastic punch. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
And there's the bell to start the round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. A perfect counter lands. No rest for the weary. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good counter punch. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. There's a counter shot. Missing with that jab. Can't find a home for that jab. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missed with that jab. Perfect counter lands. This may do it.
Days, where shall he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he try and hold on?
Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened. Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just misses with that uppercut. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Good counter punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. You believe what we are seeing.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Which fighter will say no mas? You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Catch and shoot. Trying to land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. And there's the bell to start the round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. That counter punch caught him clean. Well done with that counter shot. Miss with that jab. You'd like to see more jabs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because somebody's going to get hurt and someone's going to react.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. The corner's got the tower, and that will put Gatti down.
Oh, what a shot! What, oh my goodness!
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Hook misses. The perfect counter lands. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The jab slightly off target. And he scores with the counter. Swing. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They exchanged punches. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. Misses with the jab. Can't find a home with that jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Swing and a miss with the hook.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. That hook doesn't score. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe-to-toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That jab doesn't score. Nice counter shot. very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
Just misses with that uppercut. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, you know, with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Miss with that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And he scores with the counter. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That punch lands. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Can't score with that jab.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A perfect counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing. Tried to score with a jab. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
A perfect counter lands. And now they're right. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter.
Does he know he's hurt?
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round. The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter. Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then he'll try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. And he scores with the counter. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight. What a style.